Just about. Just a little ticking off there for Sweeney.
So I'm sure he'll be a big help on that touchline in the dressing room.
Ronaldo with those trickling feet.
It made it difficult for United to break them down.
It was a biting challenge then, though, by Roy Keane. Here's Ronaldo. Dangerous ball swung in as well for Van Nistelrooy. Wasn't far away. United slipping quickly into gear.
Yes, there's a good ball in here from Ronaldo, and Van Nistelrooy just gets in front of Matt Lawrence there. He's going to have to be quicker than that.
Now Ronaldo. So full of tricks, so much sorcery from Neville. Linking with Fletcher. Now Ronaldo. Fletcher, now then to Ronaldo. Three in the middle for United, including Van Nistelrooy. Oh, so neatly done then. And in goes Scholes! Well, if anything, it was a missed kick.
With that fancy footwork over because he hasn't scored for so long. Here's the opportunity for Scholes at the far post. What about that for a bit of skill? Lovely flick on by Giggs, and a total missed kick by Scholes. Leave that.
FA Cup finals. What an inspiration he has been to Manchester United. Ronaldo to Fletcher. Now Giggs. Ronaldo just teasing Lawrence, who stood his ground well, though. Indeed, many of his family and friends have been flown over at his expense, I gather, to be here in Cardiff today. Ronaldo. Now Sylvestre.
Well, Neil Harris just slipped as he went to try and get in front of Sylvestre.
Now Ronaldo. Oh, wonderful stuff from the Portuguese young international. Free kick in the end. He's almost taking the mickey then.
Well, he was, and certainly Dennis Wise was having none of it. And I thought we'd done very well to get to 18 minutes without a real crunching tackle going in. And that was the first one. As soon as Ronaldo tried his tricks there, the next thing that came in was two crunching tackles, one of them from Dennis Wise, and all of a sudden we had the first situation. Wasn't you going to feel?
Sir Alex Ferguson once said he'd start a fight in an empty house, wouldn't he, Dennis Wise? He's that sort of character.
Attention please. Can I ask
well, it's certainly not empty in this stadium today. Hovering over the ball. Here is Ronaldo. Sylvestre came herring at the last moment there. Might have got a decisive touch too. Ronaldo, a United legend.
Well, he struck it hard enough, and I thought initially that Phil Sylvestre, if he'd have thrown himself, might have got a touch, but when you see the replay, no, he's far too and I'm sure if that had been on the goal, Marshall would have saved it anyway.
Ronaldo. Away from Sweeney. Well, they doubled up on him in the end. Guess who's in the thick of the action? Dennis Wise.
Yes, and he wasn't following anything. His eye on the ball and just shielded it out there for the corner kick.
His footwork is mesmerising, though. Cristiano Ronaldo, only 19. Just think Liverpool's no slouch either. Now Ronaldo. Darren Ward just about coped with that. Nistelrooy beyond Scholes. I think Ryan just lost his bearing for a moment. It's Ronaldo, but into the side netting. Just wavering there a little, though, Millwall.
Ryan, the keeper starts to come. Robbie Ryan expects him to come. Must have shouted, stop playing. All of a sudden, United have the chance, and certainly Dennis Wise had a quiet word. Well, I'm not sure it was a quiet word, but certainly had a word with Andy Marshall about you've got to come and be dominant and deal with it. He did well, got his body in the way, stopped Giggsy getting the cross in, and just before that, I think Van Nistelrooy took some sort of blow which put him on his back.
Ronaldo, headed out by Elliott, not too far though, it was Scholes. And to Ronaldo, who has a free roll by the looks of things. Maybe not for long.
Cleared it comfortably.
Fletcher. Now then Ronaldo. John O'Shea down this United left to manoeuvre it here. Good delivery for Ronaldo. At least in finding him anyway. Nistelrooy is the target. Difficult ball for him to deal with, but in goes Ronaldo. Surely this time off the line from Darren Ward. Heroic defending by him. Marshall was beaten.
The opportunity comes this. Van Nistelrooy does well to flick it on, catches Elliott out. Ronaldo gets the shot in.
And his awareness behind him, saving the day.
Yeah, he just managed to take the pace off it enough there to allow Darren Ward to make the clearance, but
28 goals this season by Nistelrooy. Not a sniff so far though in this one.
take a chance when he goes aground in those situations, and certainly he did take a chance, but he's got away with it.
Fletcher to Giggs. Now he's got the pace here to get away from Harris. Now it's Keane, and then Neville on the overlap. Danger looming here, surely in goes Ronaldo! For Sir Alex Ferguson, they had the first goal.
Well, what a time for them to score, 2 minutes before half-time. It really was. Millwall have done so well, but just watch Gary Neville coming into the picture down that far side. Bags the room, nobody can get out to him quick enough. Quality ball in there, and Ronaldo comes in. Eiffel hadn't picked him up. He got in front of him and had a free header, and having just had the chance before, he wasn't going to miss this one. But it was a delightful ball hit by Gary Neville here, who had sneaked up on that far side, and there's Ronaldo.
Final set up by Gary Neville down that right side. They hadn't really tracked back with him, Millwall, and well, he finished it very cleanly. It was too strong then for Marshall's left hand. So there we are. Manchester United are in front at half beats to Manchester United at 2. Gary Neville had far too much space down the right. He exploited it. Here is Ronaldo. Sweeney chasing back, and he just clipped him there. United's free kick.
Score from.
Well, it's his goal that divides the two teams at half. United ahead at the halfway.
On one occasion, which cost them. The problem they've got now is obviously higher up the pitch to create opportunities.
No substitutes for either team, and here is Ronaldo. Linking bright start to the second period, though, by the overwhelming favourites. Ronaldo asking a lot of Fletcher. Now it's Sweeney. Good closing down by Ronaldo. Field really has got his hands full with Giggs. And here's Sylvestre. Now Ronaldo really has tormented Millwall at times, but it's Livermore on the break. Played it for Harris, a little sloppy. Ronaldo with plenty to aim for in the middle. If he ever gets there, still Ronaldo. It's Gary Neville, who actually has scored a couple of goals at the back end of the season in the Premiership.
He's a difficult player to play against. He's got such quick feet. He keeps stepping over the ball, and young Phil Sweeney eventually falls for it and then gets that ball in, and they managed to clear it. Thankfully, it fell to Gary Neville's left foot and not his right.
Service to them. Tipped in by Giggs, and it's over the top from Ronaldo.
It has been a little bit worrying. All set plays, Ronaldo's been free. They haven't picked him up in the first half, and he's got free yet again.
Ronaldo to Gary Neville, himself was sent off by Jeff Winter in the game against Manchester City in the Derby FA Cup tie. Ronaldo with that sleight of foot, that change of pace and direction that so deceives defenders. Here is Scholes, now then to Ronaldo. The man whose goal is proving significant. It was a loose clearance straight to Ronaldo. Taking on Ryan. A routine save really then for Andy Marshall. It's still Manchester United edging this contest without really dominating it. Another goal, they might change that. They will feel they deserve the cushion. Ryan showing his tenacious qualities at left back. His last game, remember, for Millwall. It's 10th corner. Floated over by Ronaldo. There's Sylvestre. Off the goal line. Desperate defending by Millwall. They've just about survived.
He threw himself to try and head into the net, and Robbie Ryan came from nowhere, from that far post, and managed to get a clearance. Would have been there for that.
Ronaldo in full flow again. Van Nistelrooy. It's the rugged defensive qualities of Darren. Van Nistelrooy up top, just wandering offside for a second, then popping back onside as he's apt to do. Cut to Brown. Then Van Nistelrooy. 29 goals now for him this season. Giggs. Now then to Ronaldo. That's a corner. I think what I would say though, Ray, is why on earth would United want to get rid of a player?
The strikers at the moment, and therefore to sell him, you would think, would be a really poor business decision. So I cannot see him going. I really can't.
It would be a huge change of heart. Ronaldo. Here now and very much for the future. Supported by Keane. A couple of years to go on his. Who are dictating the pace of this final. Now that they have the cushion of the second goal. In by Keane towards Van Nistelrooy. No one doubted that. It's just all about character today. Millwall have shown bags of that, but I don't think it's going to be enough. We shall see. Here's Gary Neville. Now Ronaldo. And it was Van Nistelrooy on that near post. Scholes just behind. Ray Clements alongside me played in 5 FA Cup finals, started 5 and replay as well, didn't you, Ray? Seems to go up. Normally pretty reliable with his service. The header though from Ronaldo, always going well wide. But coping with the likes of an hour of this cup final. Ronaldo, who hopes he has paved the way for you, but you wouldn't think now it is going to bring them. We'll see what Livermore can do. Not quite deep enough. That was Sylvestre. Then Cahill, surely shot from behind. He was by Ronaldo. But he closes to the role that he will be receiving from the United fans here this afternoon.
Yes, I would think that he certainly will be a candidate for the man of the match when it's announced, because he has been outstanding on that right-hand side. We've seen all his tricks, but not only have we seen his tricks this afternoon, we've seen an end product from him. He's scored.
National tribute to former teammate Jimmy Davis, tragically killed in a road accident last summer. Roy Keane, only the second player to play in 6 FA Cup finals, lifted the trophy. Some consolation for United in an otherwise disappointing season, but
that was great. I mean, I've watched